Welcome back to Football Faras, the show other football shows wish they were, bringing you Ballon d'Or level humor that will have even Black Twitter saying, yo, kuningi.
Yes, yes.
This week, we'll look at the real movers and shakers in the transfer window. We evaluate the lay of the land after the first few weeks in the English Premier League. And one of Orlando Pirates' favorite sons brings us lunch. But first, the dynamic duo that nobody asked for, Mo and Mo, with the rolling subs.
Our first host's favorite player is Pierre Issa and does multi-bets on pigeon racing. It's Mo Mothebe.
And our second host still has a dream catcher above his twin-size bed and wears a V-shaped red underpene. It's Mojak Lehoko. With the V-shape. Underpene. In our first headline, Man United demolished at home by Liverpool.
Okay, what?
The Red Devils were defeated, tremendously thrashed, if you may, by Liverpool 3-0 in their own house at Old Trafford.
It doesn't say thrashed on here.
Things went from bad to worse when veteran player and sometimes captain Casemiro was removed at halftime.
What do you mean sometimes captain? He's our leader.
And he had a horrible game. Liverpool basically came to their house, spanked them, ate the biggest piece of chicken, and then escorted their wife to their bedroom.
Bro, none of that was in the script, bro.
It came from my heart and the truth.
I feel like you're making fun of like my family when you say this.
No, the scriptwriter spent a lot of time for me. I learned my lines like a professional.
Yeah?
And I said down the barrel to the viewers at home.
Very Man United anti...
We deliver the truth here at Football Faras. With the carte blanche of sports. With the Deborah Pata of Diski.
Who won?
I must have Deborah Pata.
Yeah, I remember that orange lady.
Yeah, she had that song, Pata Pata.
Pata.
Pata Pata. ETV Kamkebelo. Deborah Pata.
In our second headline, Victor Osimhen goes cold turkey. Victor Osimhen went on loan to Turkish giants Galatasaray, my brother.
And they're paying his full wages.
All of it. How did he pull this off?
This guy's a magician,
It feels like he got his cake and he's eating it.
And he's lactose intolerant, but he's still eating them, my brother.
He's still like, the toilet will figure it out.
You know what Victor Osimhen is doing? It's like he's living in Camps Bay, but he's paying mid-rand rent prices.
It's crazy. It's like he's driving a Ferrari, but he's paying Polo installment.
It's like this guy is flying business class, but he's only paying the price of an Intercape.
This guy put crazy demands in his contract too.
They were wild. He said he accepts their terms, but in January, they must accept a bid if like Arsenal or Chelsea or Liverpool put in a bid for him.
That's wild, guys. It's like at the altar with your wife, you're like, baby, I love you. Mm-hmm. But if Beyonce arrives in January.
I mean, to heaven to hold until Beyonce comes in January.
Yeah, I mean.
Other than that.
I mean, that's a fair clause.
Fair enough. Shout out to Victor Osimhen. We want to see Africans doing well. But my brother, yeah.
Hey.
No.
Victor.
Victor.
Viggy.
My Vigzozo.
Viggy, yo.
Victor Osimhen.
The Viggy.
From Napoli to Turkey. In our third headline, the international break is back.
Oh, my word. Why? We thought we were done with international football.
And the one that we love the most, the Nations League tournament is back.
My God, Nations League is like people's fifth favorite tournament.
After the COSAFA Cup,
the Danone Under-12 World Cup.
The Mid-Val Triathlon Marathon of children that participate in the Val Triathlons.
The Mraba Tournament of Soweto.
The Fantas Dop Ketty Association of Ketty connoisseurs and lovers of Fantas Dop.
You know what we're talking about.
It's just boring.
Nobody cares about this tournament.
We don't want to watch these international tournaments.
We're the Rolling Subs, and those are your headlines.
Before we start about this week's hot topic, which is, by the way, who has the biggest biggest movers and shakers in the transfer window? Hands up if the team you support in the EPL is still the only one is not considered a goal. Hands up. That's right. All right, Morena Mothupi, how did the transfer window go for you? Who are the biggest winners? Transfer windows.
Honestly,
transfer window.
There are no biggest winners.
Okay.
But there will be those that did fair business.
Yeah.
They just did it for the wrong people.
Give it to me.
Manchester United actually had what I consider to be a successful transfer window.
Horrible. No, I think they're one of the biggest losers this season.
Not at all.
Who did you sign? They defender.
Manuel Ugarte.
No, we haven't seen him play. Fair enough. Delect's coming off the bench. We also don't know if he's temperamental as well. Who's the French
he had a decent
defender?
game against Liverpool, Sham.
Is that what we're saying now? Guys that are coming like top flight players must have decent games.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing against Liverpool.
No, but it's United.
If you show up on the pitch, you will have The best you can do is decent.
Wait till you play Arsenal. But anyway, listen.
Anyway, as I was saying, Manuel Ugarte.
Never seen him play.
We don't have to. Manuel Ugarte. Then, of course, we did sign, although we haven't seen him play, I'll be fair, but we signed Lenny Yoro, the great
Who's
prospect.
injured immediately.
Who's injured immediately.
Immediately.
And you see that that thing you spoke about where everybody just conspires to see your downfall
No.
to a point where they'll even kick kids around just so that they don't play and that they don't live up to the 52 million pounds. You know,
Zirkzee, though.
how many times the players played is neither here nor there.
I'm not convinced about the Ligt yet.
I'm sorry,
I
but
don't think it's an improvement at the centre backs you have right now, personally.
is Morena an improvement on anything at Arsenal?
We haven't seen him play it. I haven't said anything about Marina. Personally,
I'm saying
All
something.
I'm saying is a Euro winner. That's what I'm saying. Do you have any of those in your team? Nothing, fam.
Why are we talking about a Euro winner?
I'm talking about winners in our team. Zirkzee has stopped 2 goals. That's what you want from a striker, to stop the goals from going inside.
He scored.
Is he really a striker, though?
Is he really a striker?
He's not a striker.
What is he?
He's an attacking player. He's a forward.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but
Since
you
that's
guys-
what we call it in these.
Oh, is it like a
ages.
Firmino thing, like a back to goal defensive false nine?
Those things,
stealth
He
striker.
plays around
which is there or thereabouts.
anywhere around
Yeah,
there.
Because
I think you guys are the biggest losers considering how much money you've spent and the quality of players you've seen. I'll give you Mazraoui. Mazraoui is the only one of the players that you've signed. I say Kate's been kind of decent. The rest,
You don't rate Zirkzee?
he really
No.
doesn't rate Zirkzee.
no.
I thought he was decent.
I have absolutely no.
Better than decent against Liverpool.
No.
Considering the standard of play at Man United and their manager,
Yeah.
Zirkzee's actually really done well.
We can't do that.
For a player that is coming from what Farmers League is he coming from?
Wasn't he
Serie A.
Bosnia?
No, we can't do that. Even Arsenal was we're still signing great players. Santi Cazorla is all world class in our Arsenal team. That's kind of
Where is he
So we're
from?
not lowering the standards because everyone else
He was
is
playing in Bologna
Yes.
with that
yes.
dude that they signed.
Yes.
That dude that apparently has got,
Galatasaray.
physicality and all sorts of things we haven't seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. We haven't lost yet. Just want to let you know that.
That's okay.
You consider to go.
It's fine.
Fine.
We haven't lost yet.
Yeah, because you made a big deal about it last
Also, you're
weekend.
playing bottom half teams. You know what I mean? That's how you you
Bottom half
measure yourself.
teams.
They're gonna get relegated. You guys, they're fighting for survival. We're talking about like potential champions winners here, but you guys are celebrating victories against people in the relegation zone.
Okay, let's talk about your
But-
winners. Carry on. Who are your winners?
I want to say Chelsea.
Who signed the whole world?
No, but they offloaded a lot of players and the signings that are made.
No. They didn't sign the whole world. They just had the whole world. That then, of course, Enzo Maresca said, I'm not playing with all of this. Not that Raheem Sterling that they took. Not all of this other nonsense.
The way they offloaded a lot of those players, I think for me, Chelsea did well. And the signing of the guy from Wolves as a Neto, Pedro Neto. Yeah, that's a great
Yeah,
addition.
Neto, yeah.
And I still rate Joao Felix personally.
I rate him too.
Yeah. And
Yes.
who's the biracial angel from Dortmund?
Yeah, he's going to come
Yeah,
through.
Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him. Mikhailo Mudryk. Hey,
I have a question. Where is Sterling going to play?
at Arsenal. He's going to come off the bench for Martinelli or Saka.
What, in the 87th minute?
Or my 65th or something like that. But we'll bring
Or he'll start when they don't feel like starting Leandro Trossard.
No, Martinelli. Martinelli has like a special heart, a special place in Arteta's heart and in the fans' heart. So the left-hand side, he's coming off the bench. He's not going to start. Maybe in like the FA Cup and like smaller competitions, that's where he possibly might start, but he's definitely coming off the bench. He's got experience. He's not as quick as he used to be, but he's won the league 4 times. He's played with Arteta before. So that's a great signing. That's also makes us one of the winners for this year transfer window.
That you brought in Raheem
Depth.
Sterling.
This is Raheem Sterling.
You wanted him. You wanted Raheem Sterling.
Man United is literally linked to everybody, including Daniel Khatebe.
You wanted him. And you would take him back if he didn't betray you.
No,
He's an improvement on most of the, besides, I want to say Diaz.
careful.
No, I think he's an improvement on all the wingers. Would you take Gakpo or Sterling?
I wouldn't take Gakpo to anything. I wouldn't even put him in
he's
for
not-
One City.
see?
We've,
So you see-
we've,
so you
we've,
see.
no. Just because, we've seen
I have
he's a-
consistently expressed my
He's-
dislike for Cody
Sterling actually
Gakpo.
walks into your team. Sterling or Rashford right now. Take him.
Anybody walks into their team.
How
What's
to
wrong
our
with
digital guy walks into Manchester United right now.
Tato's a Christian. Tato, you don't deserve that.
And he's only doing that because Erik ten Hag has now proven to be a terribly demented manager who will just use anything and everybody.
Who still say it's not my fault, it's them.
Who's still saying it's not his fault.
I'm here for him. The banter era is going to continue with this guy.
Not until,
He's going to give us content.
not beyond
Oh,
Christmas.
yes.
So enjoy it for now.
Who's going to replace him?
At this point, we'll even put in Van Nistelrooy to hold the fort.
Oh, that's like Ole at the wheel, man. I love this. You guys, it's like a cycle. United get a blessing, have home for 5 months, and then get like a former player
100%.
comes in, he wins 2 games,
Yeah.
then you're like, yeah, keep him in, and then the mutiny begins again. It's joy for us. And they finished 5th. And they said they had a better season than Arsenal.
You're going to have a better season than us,
Than anyone.
but you're not winning the league.
We are.
Which league? The 18 league.
No, the
I
Premier
keep
League.
asking
The Premier
for a
League.
4th week in a row.
You need to make sure you survive. Relegation.
Don't worry about me.
Relegation is a tough battle.
I've been fighting relegation for the last 3 to 6 seasons.
No, this season is real, actually.
Yeah, I heard that last season.
No, I feel like
And
genuinely.
the season before that.
This, you know how bad it is for a guy that's never coached in the Premier League to come in the first game, figure out your tactics, and give you 3 at your own house in front of your wife and children. He's the first Liverpool manager ever to come and beat you guys in the first encounter. You guys are going down. You are going to the
You
championship.
really just had Mohamed Salah, who has absolutely no respect for us. Any manager could have done that.
Tactically, he just undid you guys.
Kevin Johnson could have done that with Liverpool.
No. Ten Hag is incompetent, and your players.
That is very
incompetent
true.
too.
I am not disagreeing with that incompetence.
Kobe Mano needs to.
My players are incompetent because of Ten Hag.
Kobe Mano needs to go to a home where they appreciate him. Where you guys are raising him in an abusive home with no morals, and the parents are smoking inside the house. They're using their children as ashtrays. It's not good for that child to be that environment. Old Trafford is not a good place for young black players.
He will survive it.
Look what you guys did to Marcus Rashford. You turned on him.
No. He did that to himself.
Oh,
Because
wow.
he now wanted to start going and being Mother Teresa there and doing all great things for the world. And now he's coming back and forgot how to play football. So he must go back there and, go be...
We thought you liked that about your players.
You don't like a black
That's-
When have I ever said I like that? Focus on what you're paid for, damn it. I give you £350,000 a week for you to score some goal, and you out here just, scoring things in Salvation Army.
No.
Charity.
I love charity.
Apparently not.
I love a footballer that is actually doing what he's paid for.
We were talking about this the other week. Remember we were saying that we don't care if our players are
Whatever
biting
they-
people's ears, are drinking, driving,
As long as
whatever,
they
as long as they're scoring goals. And now you're saying,
Keep your charity stuff away from our football.
I'll say another winner from this transfer season, City. Not too many signings. Savinho. It's like a reincarnation of Riyad Mahrez. And then the return of...
it's the exact same swap.
Yeah. So
City did not win this transfer window.
they did better than...
They didn't need to.
Exactly. Rather than say they didn't need to, but they didn't win it.
They've signed 2 pivotal pieces. Savinho, right off the bat, tremendous player, right?
But-
Gundogan coming back with experience, and he's one of this team before and leadership. You're adding 2 things that are going to take you further, and you're already tremendous before. And now you're adding more elements to it.
It's the exact same for me. I would argue that Liverpool can't be losing this transfer.
No, they
They didn't need to get anybody.
Okay,
No,
but
they
let's be
lost.
fair though.
They
Who the hell
lost.
is Georgi Mamadashvili?
You bought KSI. He was valued like 100-something million 2 seasons ago. Now you guys bought him for like 25. And he's injury prone. He stays injured. He's like Van Persie. Stays injured.
Like the best thing that guy did was
Yeah, but that's
improve it.
such
Then you sign some guy from Georgia.
From Georgia.
Then you set him out on loan. Go back to your parents' house. You don't have a striker.
Don't need it. We still got Salah, obviously. No, back play. Liverpool still retained all of their players.
Yeah.
Diaz is still there.
Still going to be third.
Okay, like
Liverpool still have all their best players. If anything,
And
they
aging
get...
Mohamed Salah,
That's
Darwin Núñez
fine.
that can't score. Diego Jota, that's inconsistent. If we're being honest.
Yes, but a fit Jota will run riot at Emirates.
Is that what you want, to run or to score?
If he stays fit, that's a dangerous play.
literally Liverpool in the transfer window were no better than Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
No, because Tottenham Hotspur needed players. Liverpool doesn't.
Tottenham Hotspur's forever needed players.
Kate needed a striker. He definitely needed a
We've been doing
striker.
just fine.
You need a striker.
Oh, with Darwin Núñez.
We're doing just fine.
You need a striker.
There's still no.
You need a striker.
I mean, yeah, I could.
The fact that you think you don't need a striker is because you're comparing yourself to my dirt bag.
No, not comparing. No one
as in like
compares.
the entire dirt bag.
Oh,
Man United as
no,
an
No,
institution.
no one ever compares them. No one ever compares themselves to you.
I think the biggest losers in this transfer from the EPL perspective are you guys,
No, I don't
you guys,
think so.
and Spurs.
Biggest is a bit of a strong
It's a
word.
strong word for Liverpool. Liverpool
No, I meant for
retained-
Man United.
No. The fact that Arsenal took Raheem Sterling is, boggles the mind.
league champion.
Boggles the
Liverpool
mind.
kind of just had a bad season
Go-
under the wrong management.
Aston Villa, perfect candidate.
Boo.
Fulham, Newcastle. You go to Arsenal.
these are the guys
Arsenal
you compete
says,
with.
out of every player, I want that.
You know we
Sterling.
We
No,
take
guys.
we take players that unappreciated at certain teams and we make them better players. Look at Kai Havertz, just an unsung German giraffe, not doing what he's doing at Chelsea. We said, come to the carpet. Look at him now. What's Darwin Núñez doing? So what's Zirkzee doing?
Scoring goals.
No, he's already scored a goal. Disallowing goals.
Alejandro, on the other hand, is the problem because he should have known better than to literally hit the ball into Zirkzee's knee.
I think Garnacho, if you went to a better team as well, same situation as Man United. He's in the wrong house. It's an abusive household. It's not conducive for a South
No,
American
the
mind.
winner of this transfer window is definitely Raheem Sterling.
I agree, and Arsenal. And City.
No.
And
Raheem
Chelsea.
Sterling.
Raheem Sterling. He knows how to play the game well,
Yeah.
and he did. Whoever manages him, I do think that we need to give him a phone call. But I think that's the end of there.
with a few choice words for his former coach, like the bitter Arsenal fan that he is. Here's Mothebe in this week's rant.
Swimming, fishing, fishing. Welcome to the rant with Mo. And I am Mo. Unai Emery is not a good manager. I was going to use another word, but don't be fooled by Unai Emery getting Villa into Europe this season. He's a lie. He's a fallacy. He's a charlatan. He's not good, guys. In fact, he's a guy that you ask out when you don't want to cancel your plans. He's just basic. He's adequate. He's like just Lay's salted chips. Not even salt and vinegar, just salt-flavored chips. He's like the tap water of managers. He's the David Moyes. He's a Spanish David Moyes. Spanish Moyes. Oh, but he's a Europa League Cup specialist. Fair enough. He's won with, was it Villarreal and Sevilla? You being the specialist for the Europa is like being the face of the B team. You know what I mean? You're the poster child for coming second best. This is not something to be proud of, yeah? He's not that good of a manager, and the fact that people are comparing him to Arteta shows you that people don't know what they're talking about. Let's remind you what he was like at Arsenal. This guy's been in my house. He's ruined my home before. This is the same person that was playing Lucas Torreira at 10. A little fun fact for you guys. He offered Crystal Palace money plus Bukayo Saka for Wilfried Zaha. That's money, a briefcase, and arguably the best right wing in the world right now for Wilfried Zaha. It's the same guy that was playing Saka at left back. Does this sound like the decision-making of a person that's good at managing? Or a rational person by any measure as well? The only reason he won the Europa League is because all the other good teams were playing in the Champions League. And that's the truth. You are the best of the rest. And the rest. You're the best C-team player in the world, bruh. You want a star on your forehead for that. I can hum the Champions League anthem. No one else in the world except for Unai Emery knows the melody or even the lyrics of the Europa League. In fact, it's his ringtone. You guys forget this guy was at Arsenal for a while. We gave him some time, you know what I mean? He has some of the notable signings he made while managing Arsenal. David Luiz, Steven Langsteiner, Papas Kostopoulos, Papastolopoulos, Dennis Suarez. Does this sound like a person signing players for a big team such as Arsenal? Or a crazy Spanish person that doesn't know how to speak languages? I'll say this in conclusion. That guy was the embodiment of the banter era for Arsenal. Every time he came on, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. He wasn't even trying anymore. I know Spanish people struggle with V's, but come on, my brother. Good evening every day. Every day. Good evening. Good evening. I want to ask him, what's the opposite of an odd number? Is it an even number? Bear with me here, but I have a theory that this man's sole purpose last season was to not necessarily make European soccer, but to rather beat Arsenal. He beat us twice, we'll give him that. And then he goes and plays City and he plays the B-side. Does it sound like a person that really wants to win? Or does he have a grudge against his former employees? And if anything, this season we're going to see how good he is. Because with Villa playing in Europe as well, and their squad not being as stacked as we think it is, we're going to see. Is he as good as you guys say he is? Or is it going to be another one of those I told you so moments in 4 months' time where you're like, you know what, Chocolate? You are right. And I am right. He's a charlatan, a fallacy, a liar. And he's allergic to the letter V. He's a grown man that can't say the letter V.
Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, good evening.
He was a fearless leader that played a pivotal role in ending Orlando Pirates' 8-year league title drought. He is arguably the club's most decorated captain. He's dominated in domestic league as he did for Bafana Bafana, an icon of the game, a buccaneer through and through. Boys and girls, the Grootman is in the building.
Hey, Daola. You know what it is, another week where we're sitting in our famous brown couches, and the famous brown couches only tell you one thing. It is a conversation with one of the greatest to ever do it in South African football, a legend in his own right. I'm talking about a man, Otswang Garangua. You know that place that Mothebe loves so much? Yeah, it's for a reason that he loves it so much. It's because it has produced stars like this man. This man has only but played for 2 professional teams in this country. That is loyalty from this particular man. But what is most important about him is that he is the first and still the only, not only to win a treble in South African domestic football, but to do it twice. I speak of the one and only captain, my captain, Lucky Lekgwathi. Cap, thank you so much for making the time. Charlie, before we go too far, how long has it been retirement? How long have you been?
I retired 2016. Now it's been how many?
8 years.
8 years.
And you retired at the age of 40?
39.
39.
I wanted to retire at the age of 40. Just man, you know what? The injury ankle, so.
You know, we're talking to Lucky Lekgwathi, jersey number 14 of Orlando Pirates, who's done so much, but your career didn't start with Pirates. You made more 400 plus appearances for the club, but that's not where it started for you.
Yeah.
It's
good to start, go a smaller team. I started to go to Rovers. When I, passed my matric, me and Fred and Rabat over my soldier. So we send our CVs, and the time bar visa for interview, now I got invite here to come and try to go Real Rovers. My first game, I played 5 minutes. I didn't touch the ball. They relegated the team. I played in the first division, and I remember Chigo was part of the team. He left and joined Real Stars. After that, he gave me a call. He said, "No, I must come to Real Stars." I agreed because of the money was better, and we promoted Real Stars to the first division. And I remember they called us. They said, "You must come to the office." I was like, "Now I must go back home or play for the first division." And they called us at the office. They were calling us one by one. Next, Lucky Lekgwathi. I went in. They said, "Tomorrow, you must report good officers on a pirate." "Are you serious, Mama?" Then he said, "Yes." And he asked me, because of Innocent Chikoya, he was like about to retire.
Yeah.
Then there was one of my homeboy betting on a shot. Then after I said, "No, I bet Nico." He said, yeah, you must call him next. Then he said, "Tomorrow you must leave 5 or 4 o'clock or 7 o'clock, you must be at the office." Then after the next, I bet Nico, he was so happy. And so the following day, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, we left Polokwane. He said, "I must take all my things." We went to the office. Then we get around to 7, waited for the chairman. The whole day more. He didn't come, the chairman. We were like, "But who is the chairman?" I was in a hurry to sign a contract because of, to play for my favorite team. I was so excited. The chairman came around 7 o'clock in the evening. Then after they said, "No, here's the money. Go and book. I'll see you tomorrow around the same time, 7 o'clock in the morning."
Yeah.
I, in the morning, woke up, we went to see the chairman, and he gave us a 3-year contract, and
John Ofen.
and then...
Lucky, you negotiate with an agent or negotiate with the player. So we're not in the office in Maria.
Yeah.
Maria, Papa. We are Pirates.
I didn't negotiate, they negotiated for me. Maria, Mr. Chigo Twal. Now when I get to Orlando Pirate, my contract was, it was nasty sign.
Yeah. Your first season. Who was your favorite teammate?
My favorite teammate?
Yeah. Who was the one that you were like, it's a dream come true that I'm playing with this one?
The late Leslie Mayatel.
Yeah.
He welcomed me, and I was looking forward to play, Leslie. And I was happy. And I think it's one of the players who are on 2 story. To adjust, more teaming, one understand. So, I'm put someone don't worry. And as these guys don't worry, especially senior players, when you must just be patient and then unfortunately, Italy immediately fitla. I remember first training we ran 10K, and now I used to run. Yeah, I was number 1 with Tawang and Steve Lukule, and they were asking me, I'm fit. Then after that, I was running them. After we finished, the coach called me. It was Augusto Palacios.
Yeah.
Then he said to me, "If you continue with the same attitude, Bona, you'll make it here."
Was there ever a time in the 14 years on Logo Pirates where there was a chance you could leave?
It's a team from Russia. Unfortunately, I got injured. We were playing our last qualified game here, AFCON, in Burundi. Another one, Sundown. So,
of course.
They asked for a meeting, and I went to meet with the coach, and it was trot. Yeah, trot. Then after the Barry couldn't only wanna, sign me, whatever, Kimfana Pitur,
Yeah.
I can't jump Pitur and go to Joburg. So yeah, they gave me the offer, good offer, yo.
What was it? Was it fear of the competition at the time, or it was good meeting?
I wanna tell you the truth, yeah. No. The fear was the Iron Duke.
Oh, no, I you.
Yeah.
Hurry.
Go pirate the whole time, you must get the blessings from the chairman. This is what I've learned. We must agree with the chairman, talk to him nicely. And I know the chairman used to love me. Karno, you wanna let me leave the chairman. Let me just let me not just go.
Yeah.
I got a call from the chairman, you must come and see me. I'm like, 1+1. The chairman said I must come and see him. I met with my little Sundown. Okay, Sunday I went. Because of, every Sunday I go to church.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, let me go and see the chairman. I met with the chairman, he said to me, and Captain, Sundowns. I'm like, no, chairman, nah, I'm not going anywhere. Then after that, they said to me, no, I see Mr. Lekgwathi. Yeah, I'm reading your interview. When you are saying you're not going anywhere, let me tell you, loyalty, loyalty pays. Then I'm like, no, thank you, chairman. And he said to me, okay, he called Darrell because of my contract was about to finish. So he said, call Darrell. Give Lucky another 2 years then. Then I look at the man, it was worth it. Yeah, it was worth it.
Your greatest achievement? Breaking the drought, ya league? Because it was a decade. A decade. League. Yo. Was that your greatest achievement, or making it to the Champions League final in 2013? Or which one for you was, how do you shebile la
the double treble.
The first one.
The double treble.
Both of them.
Both of them. Both of them. We were the first, generation. I was the first captain to win treble. And then after that, winning it again.
Yeah.
Back to back. And yeah, we managed to defend our treble. And yeah,
you are a captain, fantastic. Double treble winning captain. Mr. Jersey number 14, Mr. Double Treble, the first and only football captain in South African football history to win 6 trophies in 2 seasons. Both of them, of course, of those 6 was the league title. He is a South African legend that has graced us with his presence. And of course, why would he not be? He's also a Betway family member. Thank you very much. Of course, go on and make sure that you're subscribing at Football Faras on all of our social media platforms. You call it X, you call it Facebook. We're going to be there, and you're going to be seeing the full interview coming in just a moment.
As the final whistle blows with 3 points in the bag, it's time for us to cool down and get ready for our next bag. What goes with bag? Anyway, none of that. Thank you for popping by. We'll see you very soon. As always, we live on the internet, so like and subscribe on our YouTube page and follow us on all our social media platforms. While you are here on the YouTube page, let us know what you think of the show and anything else you'd like to see. Until next time, bye! Bag, nag, sag, rag, dag, Israel, dag! Oh, wrong show.